Welcome to everyone. As well as you can see, I'm going live. Just got back of work. Just got back of my training session also. So let's bring this on. Let's see how this one gonna play out, man. Have you seen so many sad news recently? I've seen some of them, and one of sad news. No Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Geoff Neal. That's what I've seen. Yeah, kind of a bit sad. Really much kind of a bit sad. But I hope the fight is just postponed. I hope it's just postponed, and I hope it's not going to play out the way many believe it will. I hope it's been postponed for like a week, 2 months, got no idea, man. Just want to say many big fights are coming up, and many big fights are coming up. So hold on. I just need to set something up. Alright, I'm setting something up. Hold on. Alright, there it goes. And yeah, in general, no Geoff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Should I be impressed by that? Well, maybe not quite. But why ain't I impressed? I ain't impressed by that. I don't share their greed. No, the only card I need is gonna be the Ace of Spades, man. Especially at this time. Um, especially this time of year, like 3 no UFC weeks. Huh. It doesn't sound like the greatest piece of play one would see, and I am actually very much unhappy because of this happened. But I've seen it. I hope it's just a temporary postponement. I just hope. I just hope it is temporarily postponed. So maybe maybe Geoff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov is gonna get rescheduled. Maybe it's not gonna get rescheduled. I got no idea, man. But this UFC starts to annoy me. Really much starts to annoy me. I just need to share this on Twitter. Tweet. Yeah, I just shared this on Twitter. So this is gonna really going to be a nice piece of play, man. I don't know why Shavkat Rakhmonov got postponed. I really got no idea why Shavkat Rakhmonov got postponed and what was the reason behind it. That is, I was reading a lot those news today. And I know you can't get the best here. What? Rising champion Kleber Kleke. I lost a year of my life believing in the UFC. What the heck? Jan Blachowicz unhappy with Joe Rogan after UFC 282 slams Magomed Ankalaev for bullshit excuses. Injury scratches Geoff Neal from Shavkat Rakhmonov bout at UFC Vegas 67. Injury scratched him. Interesting. Doho Choi gonna fight Kyle Nelson. Whoa. Doho Choi gonna fight Kyle Nelson. That sounds interesting. And that's gonna be his first combat since 2019. Kyoji Horiguchi is pushing Bellator to add the 125-pound division. Well, flyweight is his class. I understand Kyoji Horiguchi why he wants to push Bellator to add this weight class. I understand why Kyoji wants it. I pretty much understand why Kyoji wants it. Yeah, Kyoji probably wants it because he's not feeling comfortable at 135. That's why Kyoji probably wants it. And we know now that injury scratched Geoff Neal from this fight versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. But Shavkat Rakhmonov used to be a heavy favorite. So maybe this is good for Geoff Neal. Maybe this is good for Geoff Neal because he was scratched from this combat. Maybe this really is good for him. Maybe this is not going to be the greatest piece of play for Geoff Neal, absolutely. Because, hey, Matt, how are you doing? Injury of Geoff Neal. I'm gonna read the article. I'm gonna read the whole article. Multiple people with knowledge of the promotion's plans confirmed to MMA Fighting on Thursday that Geoff Neal has suffered an undisclosed injury and is out of his scheduled matchup with Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC Vegas 67, which takes place on January 14th at the UFC Apex. MMA reporter Igor Lazorian was first to report the news. It's just an undisclosed injury. I don't know exactly what happened. They just wrote some kind of an undisclosed injury. That's what they showed. I don't know the exact reason though. I'm also wondering what is the exact reason, but got no idea what happened. Honestly, got no idea what happened. I would also love to know more, but it's just for now saying it's an undisclosed injury. It's a fucking undisclosed injury, man. But you can't kick off a new year without tragedy, In this case, that's really a tragedy. That is really a tragedy in this case because I didn't want to see it happen that way, man. I've never wanted to see it happen that way. Sometimes I'm pretty much angry when those fights don't come to fruition. Violet, as long as Aspinall returns next year, it will be good. Hello, Violet. Been a long time, man. Yeah, as long as Aspinall returns. I wonder how is he doing, man. I've seen some of his Instagram videos, but he's still recovering those knee injuries, and those knee injuries are fucked up, man. Those knee injuries are very much fucked up. So, also one of my teammates is recovering from ACL injury, and he is in his 4th month of rehab. He's still not in the gym. He's still training. Differently. I wish they waited for Brady Pereira. One of them could have stepped in. Well, it's too late now. That fight is booked. That fight is booked already. Aspinall's training though, right? Well, he is training. You're right. Aspinall is training. He is training hard, but when you hurt ACL, 6 to 8 months, you're gonna be sidelined for 6 to 8 months. I mean, that's just the way it has to be. That is just the way it has to be when you hurt your ACL, because that's just the way it goes. I know it kind of sucks, but that's just the way it goes. That injury is fucked up. That kind of injury is pretty much fucked up. Ngannou was sidelined for 3 years, to be fair. Oh, yeah. Ngannou is still sidelined. I don't know, he just defeated Cyril Gane, and after that victory over Cyril Gane, nothing significant happened, really. I mean, he is not in good relationships with the UFC, and now I assume that guy is going to continue pushing his boxing dream or whatever. He has always wanted to become a boxer, though. I have a feeling he will try to pursue his boxing dream. That's what I believe is going to happen. And I think that belt is going to change its owner. So far, Gunn lost that bout. Maybe John Miocic, no, but I have a feeling Aspinall might actually take it. Do you think Pavlovich could beat him? Yes. Yes, Pavlovich is on a roll. I forgot that guy. I also forgot Sergey Pavlovich, who's on a roll right now. Thank you for reminding me of that guy. I really forgot that guy is on a roll right now. Many people are on a roll these days. Yeah, many people are on a roll these days, and it seems like the only matchup for Ngannou next, right? Yeah, perfectly makes sense to me. In the first place, because that guy is pretty much destroying everybody right now along the way. Yes, Pavlovich is the next fight that makes sense. Yeah, that is the next fight that makes sense. I agree. That is the next fight that perfectly makes sense. Sorry, because I haven't turned on my live earlier. I've been on the training session. Ngannou beat Blades twice, beat Khan, there's nobody else. Pavlovich is the only fight that makes sense to me. To me, in the first place, it's Sergey Pavlovich. I do hope it's gonna be Sergey Pavlovich for that combat. I wanna see that combat so badly. But I think Pavlovich, he has that sneaky uppercut that might actually hammer that guy. Yeah, he's got that sneaky uppercut and his ground game is awesome. But Ngannou's ground game is actually pretty good. What do you think about Nick Fiore, the new opponent for Matos Rebecki? Tomorrow I'm gonna make prediction for that fight, but I think Matos Rebecki is going to win. I mean, Fiore is a tough opponent to deal with, but I think Rebecki is gonna edge him out. I believe Rebecki is gonna win that fight. But also, Fiore is a very, very, very tough opponent. But tomorrow morning I'm gonna make a prediction for that fight. Today I didn't have time. I was just having some obligations all day. Not work though. I was finishing something that I had to finish like 1 month ago. I was paying taxes today, and you know, in my state, when you're paying taxes, it's like you're waiting, they're checking. It's kind of very annoying, but I had to do it like 1 month ago, but I didn't have time, so now I pay taxes. Everything is fine. I think that's why they did to Ivasa Pavlovich for Ngannou's next opponent. Ngannou's also training again. Yes, I've seen that Ngannou is training again. Yes, I've seen that Ngannou is training again. But no, Geoff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov is pretty much the news that kind of rocked me hard, man. That's not what I wanted to see. I really didn't want to see that coming. Sometimes you get rocked, man. You get rocked by news like that, and yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you're right, man. I really wanted to do. Yeah, it's UFC, man. Shavkat Rakhmonov used to be a heavy favorite, and guess what? I wanted to place a bet on Shavkat Rakhmonov, and now I won't be able to place a bet on Shavkat Rakhmonov because that fight is not going to come to fruition, and they don't have time to find a quick replacement for Shavkat Rakhmonov because nobody will accept to fight that guy. I mean, let's be honest, nobody will accept to fight that guy, and it kind of sucks, yeah. Kind of sucks a lot, man. Nobody will accept to fight that guy. And what can you say? You can only criticize them. But that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, I wanted to bet on Rakhmonov, and now, if there is one thing that pretty much annoys me, that's when the bout gets cancelled, postponed, when injury forces somebody out of the fight. That's also a problem. That is also a problem, and a major problem. When somebody is out of the fight because of injury or something like that. Yeah, it annoys me. Yeah, it annoys me, man. Pretty much annoys me. Imagine that. Imagine the fight not coming to fruition because of a fucking injury. You can't get worse than that. It can't be worse than that, really. They could also always do Shavkat versus Madalena. They could have done it, but not right now, I believe. Shavkat Madalena, I don't know how much sense it makes at the moment. I think it would be easy win for Shavkat. This shit should be proven though immediately. X-rays, doctor reports, etc. Hello, Mido, how are you doing? X-rays, doctor reports. Yeah, it should have been. They just said undisclosed injury and that's it, you know. That's as much as I know. It should have been an undisclosed injury. And I don't know much about it, man. They just said undisclosed injury and that's all we know. And it kind of scares the shit out of me because that's something I pretty much hate to see. It could be a war. Well, I think Shavkat wins that one. I mean, Madalena is tough, durable, but I don't see him as a 50-50 opponent for Shavkat. I don't see him as a 50-50 opponent for Shavkat. I want Madalena Samuelsberger. Me too. Let me see whether maybe tomorrow I'm going to add that grappling tournament, but just saying maybe. Tomorrow I'm also having a hard time with some things in general, but we'll see. What's up with Hamzat yelling that nobody wants to fight him? Meanwhile, Belal Muhammad calling him out. Is he going the delusional petty route now? Absolutely. Belal Muhammad called him out, and I would love to see that fight. I would definitely love to see that fight. No, I would definitely love to see that fight. You're not the only one who wants it. I want it too. I want that fight. I hate how well Belal is doing. Belal is doing amazingly, man. Belal is really doing amazingly. Belal is on a roll right now. And Belal is piecing everybody up right now. He's on a roll. That guy's on a roll right now. And he looks worse than most middleweights. He does, but he's piecing people up, man. That's a problem. I love how well Belal is doing. I think that guy is actually having good chances to become a champ with the way this situation develops. And I think he could be a tricky match for Chimaev because Belal is very good in wrestling. Imagine two guys very good in wrestling. You've seen what Gilbert Burns did to Belal. Gilbert Burns actually gave him a hard time. Since he worked on his skull shape, his fighting skills has really improved. True. But would Belal beat Michel Pereira? Hate to say that, but my answer is yes. I think Michel Pereira's capoeira style is aggressive, and I think his capoeira style won't be enough. I just think it won't be enough because Belal can play defensive game, Belal can play offensive game, but against a pressure fighter you can't spin like that. No, you can't spin much against a pressure guy. Belal beats Pereira. Yes, Violed, I agree. Belal is the new pre-striking Usman. That's a new pre-striking Usman version. The Usman style. Belal is Juicehead. Hello, Cyrus. How are you doing? Yeah, I have to say that I definitely agree with that. But he is doing well. He is doing well, man. He is really, really doing well. Belal is doing great at the moment. Belal has pretty good striking. He just doesn't use it. Literally like Islam and Khabib. Actually, Makhachev's striking is pretty much underrated. He knocked down Oliveira. I think Belal used to be underrated. Now he's overrated. He finished last fight via TKO. He strikes like Paddy Pimblett. Ha, you're good. Luke went on to get slapped by Neal. Even worse. Paddy Pimblett is overrated. Brady was unproven. Paddy Pimblett is overrated. Pimblett throws kicks. From time to time, yes, but as a Taekwondo black belt, I think Paddy's kicks need work. Serious work. Can't go from underrated to overrated in one fight. Oh, actually you can. Actually you can sometimes because I will tell you something, Mido. I mean, you are normal fan. But you said that majority of people from your state are like Islam Hamzat, and you know what am I talking about. Not everybody is you. Everybody is not you, you know. You are very much realistic, but people are pretty much unrealistic, majority of fans. So that's why you can go from overrated to underrated and underrated to overrated and vice versa in one fight. Yes, depends on the performance. It's been over a few. Yes, you can. Everyone's saying Brady would beat Belal. I have never said that. Once Belal destroyed him, he's suddenly nobody now. I hate when MMA fans do this. Islam Makhachev went from underrated to overrated in his last fight. Let's be honest, he submitted Charles Oliveira. Same with Matthews. Yeah, that's why Mido is pretty much a realistic guy, you know. He's pretty much a realistic guy. A very realistic. Brady was winning the whole time. Yes, he was, but he got pissed off. Mid is actually a very realistic guy. That's something I like about the guy. He's extremely realistic, which is not normal for majority of fans. And the majority of fans on my channel are very realistic. The way we broke to that pressure was embarrassing. Not even Lima got finished by Bilal. That's not a good look. Welterweight is such a weird division. Yep, it is. King of NPCs. Yes, that's true. That's true, guys. That's true. Happy because this chat is so live. I like when the chat is so live. Brady got scared as soon as Bilal put pressure on him and shit his pants. He didn't do well against pressure. Also, Wonderboy didn't do well against his pressure. That's something I've never enjoyed, I've never enjoyed doing something like that, really. Really, I've never enjoyed that. But that's life, That's life. Life can suck from time to time, but that's life. It really might not be the best place to be, but that's life. That's fucking life, man. Getting finished by Belal Muhammad is a horrible look, and it almost happened when he quit against Chiesa and Belal was getting rocked of his pillow punches. Oh, yeah, he got rocked by pillow punches. I remember that fight very well. I actually rewatched it recently. I actually rewatched that fight recently. Hey, Alexa, how are you doing, my friend? How's everything doing? I'm a huge fan of Islam and was screaming he'd beat Oliveira. Yeah. Yeah, you were right. I said the fight will not go the distance. I'm just being honest. Brady literally just froze. He probably didn't expect Belal to pressure like this. Belal loves to make an MMA fight into a chess match, but I don't think even Belal wants to pressure until Khabib said so. Gotta go do something. No problems, man. Thank you for stopping by. Islam beat Bobby Green for title shot. How did you score Jan and Kalai? 47-47. I think it's a clean draw. You? And when I seen that idiot Kadyrov posting those type of shit, I was so irritated. I think 47-47. That's how I scored. I initially scored in the favor of Blaovic, but then I've seen maybe Ankalaev really won a round with a score of 10-8. So draw is okay. Draw is okay to me. It was a clean draw. I think Jan won or draw. I had 48-47 Jan, but when I rewatched, I've seen that Jan when I rewatched, I've seen it was a clean draw. When I rewatched. Round 5 wasn't a 10-8, rewatched it. Belal pressures anyone who doesn't have KO power. 90% of Ankalaev's GMP was blocked. Yep. Michael Chandler beat Dan Hooker before he got a title shot, if I remember correctly. I think he did, yes. Joe Rogan pissed me off too. You're not the only one, believe me. He pissed me off too. I actually scored it a draw. I'm professional. Anybody else do that, they get fired. That is true. They're protecting Joe Rogan, guys. You're right. Correct score is 48-46 and Kalai Weasel proved it. He used to make jokes about Khabib wearing a wig. Yes, I remember that. Joe Rogan. Sometimes he can sound pretty much stupid. Sometimes. But for me, draw is pretty much acceptable. Galaev should have got a finish if he wanted the belt. I don't know why he didn't fish for the finish. He had a position. I don't know why he didn't try to finish. He was having good cardio, good stamina. That's what I was surprised. No, but his cardio was pretty much on point. You can score it to draw, being very generous to Blaovic. If you think Blaovic won, that would be a robbery. No, I scored it to draw. No, I scored it to draw. But you are right, if you are very generous, you can score it to draw. Or 48-46 and Kalaev might not be that bad, but again, that's how I've seen the fight. Amazing position for 2 straight rounds and did only a bit damage. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Don't know if anyone agrees with that. I scored that fight to draw. I think clean 3 rounds for Blaovic. And then on Kalaev 10-8 and 10-9. Let's not put the blame on the fighter for not finishing. As if that's so easy, especially against someone like Jan. Let's not become Dana White. Dana White and his finishing theories. Kind of reminds me of Dana White and his finishing theories, really. That's something I always laugh at. Dana White and his conspiracy theories. It's the buzz because he won the last 2 rounds easy, so everybody thinks Ankalaev won. Could have been a buzz too. Yeah, could have been. Recency bias. Yeah, could be. He definitely didn't win, says Violad. I didn't say he did. I didn't say he win. I rewatched and scored the draw. A lot of hardcores are delusional about this fight. Just like they said, Usman didn't beat Colby in the rematch when he did MMA decisions and verdict pools, having winning. Yeah, majority of media had Ankalaev winning. Yeah, majority of media. You are right, the majority of media had him winning the fight. Like, if you're going to say he should have finished to win, why they have time limit, why he have judges and decision? Just make it a fight to that. Yeah, blood sports. DC in post-fight on YouTube said it made sense to draw. If you rewatch Ank Yan fight and you think Ank won, you cannot correctly score a fight, sorry. I scored it to draw. Didn't think Ankalaev won for a second, especially after that Checheni dictator messed with his fingers, that Ramzan Kadyrov. Then correct the score. Let your mama correct the score. This is one time I'm happy and all the casuals think Ankalaev won. Talking to me, okay, thank you, Vilad. Who is Shavkat going to fight now? Got no idea, man. Brady is set for the fight, and I don't know. I'm just checking that. 47-47. Just checking that, yeah. King of NPCs. I don't know who is he gonna fight at the moment. Got no idea who is he gonna fight at the moment. Really, got no idea. Because Brady is set for the fight, and some big fights are set. Thought it was close enough to be a draw. Yeah, I agree. Perfect fight for a draw. A perfect example of a draw. Hamzat would be a good one. You think Hamzat is gonna accept Rakhmonov? I think Hamzat is having greater appetites, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean by that. I believe Hamzat is having greater appetites. Hello, Thomas. Could UFC sign Kevin Lee for one fight? None of the other punks want a piece of him. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, especially in the case of Shavkat Rakhmonov. supposed to be an Ankalaev fan, yet I didn't mind the draw. I'm also a big Ankalaev fan, and I didn't mind the draw. I didn't say it was a robbery, but I actually don't like Dagestani fighters, but I like Ankalaev because Ankalaev has decent striking. And he is lefty, just like me. Why do you think middleweight is the worst division in the sport? He has shown a mild appetite. Kalaev's striking was pretty awesome. I didn't know he was so fast. Me neither. Me neither, but against Mareta Santos, we've seen that hook. He's got a big right hook. He's got a great big left high kick. And we've seen against Kutalaba that he proved a great striking, though. We've seen against Kutalaba that he proved a wonderful level of striking. So that's the fact we can't ignore. Not today. We can't ignore that fact. I really can't ignore that fact. No way. They need to get Hamzat in cage. Fighters should lose their ranking if they turn him down. Let's go. The best ranking at light heavyweight. That's a good question. Prohashka. Can't retroactively score round 1 based on round 2. Be impossible by judging it live. Plus, there wasn't any noticeable damage, just shin-to-shin kicks with no effect from Bolovic. A light heavyweight, Prohashka. He is very unorthodox. Jirka Prohashka. Yuri Deniza Prohashka, absolutely. He is the best striker. He is definitely the best striker. If you ask me, there is no better striker than that guy. In that division, no. Not in that weight class. Vlad, what do you think is the worst division? The worst division? You got the answer. Female featherweight. A real division? You think male division? That's a hard. All female weight classes. No, that's hard question. I need to think. Hold on. He's asking about male divisions. That's hard. That's really hard. Hold on. S125 by the names. Heavyweight is actually action-packed. It's pretty much fun for watching. Guess 125, a flyweight. Heavyweight has a lack of names and talent aside from the champion flyweight is flyweight, not middleweight. No, not middleweight. Because in middleweight might be boring to watch in some cases, but you got a lot of strikers. It's fun for watching. I'm talking about from the fans' perspective. That's how I'm talking. You got Alex Pereira. You got middleweight is genuine trash. Okay, maybe to some point, but if you ask me, for me, flyweight, because in flyweight, got no I mean, you got 2-3 big names, but aside of that, it's not anybody beats anybody scenario. But in middleweight, for example, anybody can beat anybody. We don't have a Adesanya on the throne anymore, if you know what I mean. Now he's beatable. Alex Pereira gave it some spice. Something it was missing. Yeah, it used to be the worst division. You are right. It used to be the worst division until Pereira showed up. Used to be the worst division. Used to be before Pereira because it was the most boring. Yeah, but skill level wise, I'm talking middleweight is the worst. You think about general skills like all around skill. If you're talking about all around skill, then I can agree with you. Pereira isn't even good. He can only fight strikers. Alex Pereira, interesting fight for sure. All round, then middleweight. I was thinking that you asked me which is the worst from the fans' perspective. I didn't understand your question. If you're asking about all aspects of the game, then middleweight. He just can beat Gino. Yeah, I understand. You are asking from all around aspect of the game. I understand what are you asking now. From all around aspect of the game, middleweight and female flyweight, of course. Female featherweight. There's all good wrestlers at 185. Actually, there is one. Hamzat Chimaev fought at 185. I think middleweight is not the greatest choice. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you don't have many all-around fighters. That's to answer your question. You don't have many all-around fighters. If you're asking about the all-around aspect of the game, can you name few all-rounders in at 185? I can't name many of them. You are either a striker or grappler, and in the most of cases, you are a striker. In the most of cases, incomplete fighters, if you know what I mean. There are not many all-around fighters. That's why. Rate Priscilla Cachoeira's elbow strikes and intensity. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I'm a worse fighter than anyone in the UFC. When did I say something remotely close? Middleweight was interesting talent, but the matchups are usually bad. Like who wanted to see Sean versus Cannonier before it was announced? Nobody, and fighters became point fighters because of Israel. That's true. That might not be the greatest piece of play to watch. You know, it might be a very boring division to watch because Adesanya was winning via decisions, and also he out-decisioned Jared Cannonier, he out-decisioned Yoel Romero in majority. Sorry, sometimes I want to pick your brain. Oh, you lad. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, 19. Pretty much trying. Like, if you're talking about all-around aspect of the game, but you mostly have strikers at 185. I'm not saying people don't grapple, I mean, but majority of them are strikers. We had Jacare Souza, though, earlier until Kevin Holland turned the lights out on him. We had the great Jacare Souza. I don't know how Kevin Holland knocked him out so badly, man. That's something I don't understand, how it was a so bad knockout. It was lights out. In the split of a second, we've seen a lights out. Lights out. Yeah, it's okay. Just enjoy and relax. We're here to relax, to enjoy. We got that big guy to forget his name. I know who are you thinking of, but I also forgot the name. South American, yes. Hold on. Can somebody remind me? I know who are you thinking about, but I forgot the name. Best elbow strikers in each division. 125. Perez has good elbows. 145. 135 Marlon Vera. 135 Marlon Vera. My opinion, in your division, if you have a champion like Islam, everyone will want to be as dominant champion like Anderson Silva. 145. I don't know any good elbow guy at 145, honestly. Andre Fialho. Andre Fialho is a Portuguese guy. He's from Portugal. Andre Fialho is from Portugal. At 145, I really don't know any striker good with elbows. I don't know which weight class is Danny Chavez. I forgot which is his weight class. He's good with elbows, Danny Chavez, but I forgot his weight class. 155. 145 or 55, Barboza has good elbows. Good elbows of the clinch. 170. Andre Muniz. Yeah, Andre Muniz. Yeah. Andre Muniz. 185. Who's got good elbows? Majority of them are kickboxers. They don't use elbows much. At 265, Tai Tuivasa has brutal elbows, despite he's a kickboxer. Paul Craig of middleweight, yeah. He had Philly and Adam Fedora Fialho coming to me. 205, Prohashka has best elbows. Definitely Prohashka at 205. 115 for females. Not sure about that division who has the best elbows. Really unsure. There is that... I forgot a Brazilian fighter. She's got good elbows. 125 Molly McCann. I was about to say that for 205 Yeri has some neat elbows. 125 it's Molly McCann. 135 and 145 I'm unsure. Never seen Amanda Nunes throwing elbows. So about others we'll see. Do you think Yeri can beat Jones without the juice? Prime Jones or Jones nowadays? Jones nowadays, Jones without juice. I don't know, are you asking me about Prime Jones or... I'm not sure what is your question exactly. Are you asking me about Prime Jones or Jones nowadays? I don't know if that's true. All fighters slow down. Jones nowadays, of course Prohashka can beat him, but there is a problem. Jones nowadays is a heavyweight. Have you seen how big he looks? He weighs around 250. Jacob Miller. Jones has a lot to prove since it's inactivity. Very high fight IQ. One of the best in the game. One of the best fight IQs in the game. Jones nowadays would struggle versus Tanner Bowser. We haven't seen him at heavyweight, but at light heavyweight it used to be his weight class. But I think Yeri would beat him. But Jones has the greatest fight IQ ever in the history of that division. He has the greatest fight IQ ever. I mean, we can criticize him all day long, but the guy has the best fight IQ in the history of that competition. John Jones beats Blades easily and maybe Ngannou. I need to see him once at heavyweight so I can comment. That's a problem. I haven't seen him at heavyweight. So if I see him at heavyweight, I will answer that question. If I don't see him, I cannot answer. Why do you think have better fight IQ? Who do you think? Islam or Khabib? Islam. If you were in UFC, how hard would you spar? Would you be afraid to leave best fights in gym? I wouldn't spar hard. I don't like hard sparrings because I would left my best fights in the gym, so I don't like hard spars like Strickland. I didn't follow the sport when J&J reigned as champ, but the only guys left from this time are Reyes and OSP. Did OSP just get shit? Oh yes, he did, man. He's 38 years old. Volk beats Islam via decision, but Khabib submits Volk in round 2. Spar hard once every month or 2 months, fight more often. Fight very, very, very often. A lot of sparrings, but light touches. You know, if you're not interested, man, if you're not interested in your sparring sessions, then you must have desire. You must want to win, if you know what I mean. If you leave your best fights in the gym, you are not going to have desire. You are not going to wish that victory, if you know what I mean. You are not going to wish that victory. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And that's why I don't like hard sparring sessions, because I will fight in the training session. I agree. Hard sparring is for the young. Even not for the young, man. You need to be aggressive in the competition. And you are not going to be aggressive in the competition. Oh, thank you, lad. Thank you so much for this New Year's present. It's so stupid when people leave their best fights at the gym. Hard sparring is for nobody. Yeah. Thank you for the New Year's gift, man. Thank you for €5. Yeah, hard sparring is for nobody. You're right. Hard sparring is for nobody. Islam -4 over Volk seems warranted. Unfortunately, I think Islam Makhachev going to win that fight. Yeah, unfortunately, I do believe Islam Makhachev going to win that fight. Not that I want him to win, but I got Islam too. Yeah, I've got Makhachev too, because Volk is changing. Volk is changing weight class, so when he's changing the weight class, you know that it might be a problem when you're changing a weight class, especially when you're moving one division up. How do you see Ortega Topuria playing out? Topuria to win. I only say it's for the young so they don't get surprised by speed and power. Makes sense. I'm young and I'm planning to fight every 3 months while I have grappling spars every 2 weeks and hard spars every 1.5 or 2 months. Well, if you plan to fight every 3 months, then you don't need many hard spars. If you plan to fight in the competition. I mean, you should spar hard from time to time, of course, but if you have too many hard spars, you're going to leave your best fights in the gym, and then you will come at the competition and you will say, what the heck happens to me? How much weight do you cut? Yeah, you're going to say, what the heck happened to me? That's what are you going to say. And in the gym, Volk wins. I want to break that 5 fights a year win streak that some fighters have in the UFC. Then you'll have to fight way more often. But it's okay. If your body can handle it, go for it, man. I'm always eager to support everybody who wants to fight. Who do you see as champs end of next year? 125, Moreno. 135, hate to say it, but I think Aljo is going to defeat Sean O'Malley. So probably Aljo. They are not going to let Jan be the champ again. Dana White, and I think he deserves it, but Dana is just complicated. 145, I don't know whether did you make that prediction for Octagon. Yes, I did. Check my live streams, I did. 145. I don't know whether Volk is going to get back into that division or not. If he doesn't get back, then Yair Rodriguez. If he gets back, then Volkanovski. 155, Makachev stays. 170. That's hard. I think Leon Edwards is gonna get dethroned, but I don't know, man. I think Usman has good chances. Dricus du Plessis has lost outcast. Dricus du Plessis is 185er. At 185, I think the belt is going to change its owner. I don't see Alex Pereira taking that belt for a long period of time. If he fights Chimaev or any other good wrestler, he is going to lose that belt. So I think Pereira is not going to be a long-time champ, but I don't see Adesanya being the champ either. Hate to say, but I think Chimaev has good chances for the belt. Hate to say that. 205 Prochazka. Prochazka when he recovers. If he recovers. If he doesn't recover, Teixeira or Jamal Hill are going to win, but we will have one more title defense, then I would go with Ankalaev. You can fight Moritz to fight Camps, either cuts that hurt. 265, I say Cyril Gane or Sergey Pavlovich, one of these two names. But if Aspinall recovers, then I'm all in for Aspinall. If Aspinall recovers, because he is having those knee issues, and I don't know how is that going to play out. 115, Weili Zhang. 125, Valentina Shevchenko or Taylor Santos. That's hard to predict. I still think Valentina is going to win, but Taylor is a beast, man. Taylor is a real beast. Still think Valentina is going to reign. 135, Nunes. 145, probably Nunes. That's how I believe it might play out. Also, Dricus du Plessis would be a great fight for Alex Pereira because it would sell enormous amount of pay-per-views. Dricus has a lot of fans. That's awesome. I think you can fight 5 times if you have smart camps. That's right. I'm still young, 17. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. Nice. That is excellent, man. Let's fight it out, man. I'm all in for fights. I'm all in for fights, guys. Always happy for it. Bro, you believe Raul Rosas Jr. saying he's going to be champion at 20? Wow, nothing's impossible is nothing, man. Let's be honest, impossible is nothing. I know he said that, but it sounds too ambitious for me. You can't choke out anybody. You simply can't choke out anybody in the game. That's impossible. There are guys with good submission game at his weight class, let's be honest. If he submitted Jay Perrin, that doesn't mean he's going to submit anybody. Yeah, I hope he doesn't have that Bryce Mitchell breakdown once he loses. Bryce Mitchell breakdown is the worst thing that can happen to a fighter. Hate to say that, but that's a fact, man. These are facts. I can only fight once a year. I'm a bleeder. Good for fans, but not for my looks. I'm also a bleeder. You know, it's easy to cut me. There's no point to talk about Prochazka at all. There's no fight for him in 2023. And this big question mark, how he back on 24, if he back at all. I know he's having a big shoulder injury. So in the case he doesn't get back, we are going to see, I think Ankalaev is going to be the champ in the case he doesn't get back. He's having a big shoulder injury. I know he's having a massive shoulder injury. Yeri Deniza Prochazka, but he is leaving Samurai Codex, so We can only hope for the best yet. Like I know I'm good and I would hate to lose that all in the score, but I'm totally fine with losing. What do you think about Nurmagomedov versus Barcelos? He's five-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. I would like to see Barcelos win that fight, but I think Nurmagomedov gets it done. I know Barcelos is very, very good with BJJ, but the problem with BJJ is the fact that if you want to rebuild the position, you can always strike. It's not grappling. Like in grappling, you are not allowed to strike, but in BJJ, it's not a grappling tournament. It's UFC, and in UFC, you have the ability to strike. You have the ability to rain punches. Every single time you try to improve position, bang, 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 every single time. Czech Republic is going to start producing fighters one after the other. Well, you have David Dvorak, you have Yuri Prohashka. You are pretty much Czech Republic is pretty much good in. They had Carlos Vemola, they had Lucia Pudilova. They have even their own promotion, which is pretty much solid at the moment. It's Octagon MMA. That is a very much solid promotion at the moment. They have Octagon MMA. You either win or learn. If neither happens, then you lose. Otherwise, getting defeated in a match is fine as long as you learn from your mistakes. Someone should have said this to Paddy. Sorry, man, Paddy's delusional. I know you might get mad at me, but Paddy's very, very delusional. He says he won every single round. And every single fan in this chat is saying that every single fan of mine said that Paddy didn't win that fight. I bet on Paddy, and I won money on that fight, but it was a robbery. I said to myself, when I was there in that fight, when I was saying, "Oh shit, I lost money," when the fight ended, that I said, "Oh shit, I lost money." Listen, I have a theory. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. I'd love to hear it. I'm always eager to hear conspiracy theories. Believe me, always, every single time. I hope it's an interesting theory, though. Paddy had too much brain damage from getting hit so hard by Gordon. Vemola is fight no names from years, protected by Octagon as a champ, and he already back from the UFC. That's why he thought he won. That's funny. What best two picks you think is from next UFC? I used to have Shavkat Rakhmonov, but that bout is cancelled. Now let me see. I'm gonna tell you. Let me check. I need to see. Need to see how card is gonna look now. Hold on. Uh, 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 um. Rebecki is set. Then Mateusz Rebecki to win. I have Mateusz Rebecki to win. And I have Umar Nurmagomedov to win. Two best picks right now at the moment. Nurmagomedov to win and Rebecki to win. Shavkat will still be fighting. Hey Kev, how are you doing? The fan of the year is here. Is Benel really that good of a guy? Easy to root for? Probably yes. Benel is good, very good. Fan of the year is here. I agree with both, but Omar versus Rebecca is cancelled. I know Rebecca is having a new opponent, Nick Fiore. I will record predictions tomorrow. Benel is my guy. I will record predictions tomorrow. I really didn't have time today. I was very, very busy today. I didn't have time to record, so sorry. Sorry because of that. I didn't mean to hurt you. Good year, Israel and us and down. And Usman are down. Yes, great year. Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be a champion by 2024, I think. Man, Dagestani guys are taking over. Yes, Dagestani guys are taking over. You are definitely right about that one. Definitely right about that one. Benel still has to beat another guy before title shot, but Islam beats Bobby Green and he gets title shot. I already said that they're taking over. Yeah, they do. Volk is gonna win though. Habib privilege. Yeah, Dagestani wrestlers taking over. What can you say about that? Dagestani wrestlers taking over. Volk wins, says Kev. I would like to see Volkanovski winning. I was thinking Javid Bashkarat was the best pick. Javid Bashkarat is a nice pick, yes. Not gonna say the best, but a nice pick. I think Volk has a good chance. I'm scared because Volk is moving one division up. That scares the shit out of me. I know he used to be a heavyweight when he was playing rugby, but these are rugby days. I'm scared because he is moving one division up. Islam, I think, is underestimating him. When is next UFC? January 14th. January 14th. I think Fury Pro Grappling airs at UFC on Fight Pass. So in the case it airs, I'm gonna cover it tomorrow. In the case it airs. Because I'm bored anyway. Don't be scared of jinxing, you just say Volk wins. Islam was scheduled to fight Benel, but Benel pulled out due to injury and he was injured. That's why Islam hooked over him and everyone else dodged Islam. That's why he fought Charles Cyrus. So, makes sense to some point. Really much makes sense. Would you ever go for a takedown if fellow striker is getting better of you? Would you just be prideful or lose standing up? If he is better in stand-up, of course, I would try to shoot in. Still no top 10 opponents, says Cyrus. I know one big name came from a rugby background. Who is that? I know Volkanovski. Who else is coming from rugby? I know many who came from NFL, for example, Eric Anders, but Greg Hardy also. But who is coming from rugby? I saw that Bellator is on in a couple days. Yeah, Bellator versus Rising. Bellator versus Rising. That's the event we have. It's gonna on New Year's Day. It's gonna air on New Year's Day. Mark Hunt. He was a rugby player. I didn't know he was a rugby player. Man, I followed Mark Hunt for 20 years and I didn't know that he was a rugby player. Moreno beats Figgy and Volk beats Makachev are 2 title fight locks. Yeah. I didn't know he used to be a rugby boy. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is really much awesome, man. So fun. Didn't know he used to be a rugby boy. Time to get high soon. I was high last weekend. And it was fucking awesome. All college time. In one of the interviews, Islam stated that Charles didn't want to fight him, but then threatened Charles that if he doesn't fight Islam, they were going to make Islam versus Chandler. Not my words, but Islam's. Oh, that's not. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. I would love to see you train at Fight Ready. Stay away from America Top Team. I would never join America Top Team. Not a big fan of them. We have America Top Team in Zagreb, Croatia, but I would never train with them. I'm training at Ahile MMA actually. I just pick up a big bag of marijuana. That's why I was gone for a second. No problem, man. Enjoy getting high if you like it. Islam versus Chandler was going to be for the championship since Charles lost it due to stupid weight stuff. True. Yeah, man. How can you fold the scale? It's like, does it make sense at all? Canada, let's go. Mark Hunt. You're thinking about Mark Hunt? Yeah, I know. In Canada, weed is perfectly legal. That is like greatest state, man. Weed is perfectly legal. How great this is. He should have used the good old DC towel trick. I know what do you mean by DC towel trick. I know what do you mean by that. Only good thing about Canada. Yeah, you can get high as much as you want. Weed is perfectly legal. Do you do pull-ups? Back strength so important. No, I don't do strength training at the moment. I'm only training a dojo. I'm old, I forgot. Age is just a number. My government is pretty much communist, but not our economy. Doing pull-ups once dislocated my shoulder. Be careful, everyone. That's me that do pull-ups. I used to do them when I was younger, but now, I mean, I can do pull-ups. It's not that I can't. I can, but I'm not doing them. I'm not doing them at the moment. No, I'm not doing them at the moment. I'm gonna be live for 7 more minutes because I'm having some obligations later, and tomorrow also need to write something which is gonna waste a lot of my time, but that's the way it is. I have bad leg. I used to, but I stopped actively doing so after a shoulder injury when I was 14. How did you hurt your shoulder, man? Must have been hard. So, if you are a fan of Mark Hunt like me, you have to read book about him, Born to Fight. Oh, I've heard of that book. There is lots of very interesting stuff. You don't know about that amazing person. Man, I'll have to order that book, Born to Fight. Okay, I will order that book. I will definitely have to order it if you can order it from my state. I'll definitely have to order it. I hurt my shoulder doing pull-ups, as I said before. It happens. It's just a part of the game, man. Yeah, it's just a part of the game. Oh. So many great fighters all these years. Yeah, thanks. Samoan chins are really good. Samoan chins are the best, and Bulgarian chins are good. Do UFC fighters look down on yoga? I don't think so. I don't think they care much about yoga, unfortunately. And yoga is pretty healthy. I think many of them should do yoga. I really do believe many of them should do yoga. Got to YouTube Samoan chins. Definitely yes. I don't meditate, but sometimes I like to have some moments of silence and peace. Yoga is fine. Yes, it is. Sigma! Let's go, Sigma! The fan of the year is still in the chat. Big greetings, big shout out for the fan of the year, Kevin Holland and Nile489. Also, Nile is not in the chat right now, but two fans of the year, big shout out. Sigma Male Holland. Yeah, let's go Sigma. He deserved to be the fan of the year. Let's go. Yeah, every single time when I stream, I mean, at least he's here for 1 minute, but he's here in every single stream. Every single stream. Both he and Nile. Nature and dogs relax. It happens. Yeah, dogs are pretty much funny, but I like cats. I prefer cats over dogs. I have owned one in English. He's all his life. One of most inspirited biography of all time. Most inspirational, you think? Yeah, you think most inspirational. Yeah, I understand. Vlad, if I get in UFC, I will come to train with you or send you a ticket to come and train with me for my fight. Okay, that's fair. You can always come to Achille if you want to. My coach is master of wrestling. Hello now, another fan of the year is here too. Big shout out. You have to order. I will. No problem. I will order. Right, I prefer cats though. I also prefer cats. Cats hate people though, dogs will do for you any second. I know, man, but cats are cute. Nyeh. Nyeh. I can do it like a cat. I was petting cat today. No, my best friend has the cutest cat in the world. He's got Siberian cat. If Muhammad Ali was born 40 years later, how would he be in MMA? I don't think he would do well, trash talk. He used to be an innovator, trash talking innovator. I'm a fan of big cats. You think like lions, tigers, leopards. I prefer domestic cats. I rather prefer domestic cats. They're cute, man. I mean, let's not lie to each other. They are extremely, extremely cute animals, especially domestic ones. So cute. Cowboy, how much do you pay your coach? Actually, it costs 50 euro per month, but my coach doesn't want to charge me because I'm celebrity and we are always arguing. But 50 euros per month is the membership. We ruined them. Terrible no ground game. But my coach and I are always arguing because I want to pay for the membership and he doesn't want to let me pay because he says, Vlad, you're a celebrity, you're not going to pay. And I'm always arguing with him about that. Because 50 euros is really not much. I mean, it's affordable, very affordable, and he is a great coach. He's always saying, no, Vlad, you're not going to pay. All right, that's pretty cool. And I'm always arguing with him because I want to pay, because I don't like to not pay, but my coach is, how to say, he's a great coach, but he's one of the most stubborn guys I've ever seen. Your coach sounds really good. What belt is your coach? My coach used to be a wrestler. I don't think there are there belts in wrestling? As much as I know, there are no belts in wrestling, or there are. I don't know. I don't know much about wrestling, honestly. Nice guy then, yeah. And he also trained boxing a bit, but he's more of a wrestler. People who refuse money are the best people. He is constantly refusing money from me. I don't know why, man. A few times we were arguing. We were really into a very heated argument few times. But he still rejects money. He's still saying, I don't need any money from you. You're a celebrity. I'm like, fine. He sounds like an old school guy. I can be stubborn like that sometimes. Same with my father. My coach is actually 42 years old. He's not that old. He's actually a good guy, very good guy. But I'm telling you, he's a very good coach, but sometimes he can be extremely stubborn in that case of not charging. One proper double leg can change a fight. Pay attention to him. Of course, I'm paying attention to him. He is awesome coach. Glover still fighting 43. Yes. He had one of the most broken history come to glory. Is like been abused and beaten with his sitter by his dad, addicted to drugs, have personal disorders, been member of gang and been in prison. Yes, he does. What good promotion do you have in Bulgaria or near countries? Are they better than Brave CF? Well, not better, but this. Do a lot of you guys fight in KSW? Nobody from my gym fights at KSW. One of the guys had had a contract, a potential contract to fight at KSW, but he refused. Nobody from my gym. Is FNC any good? Serbia, Italy, let's go. Do they pay well? Depends. If you're a very good fighter, they are going to pay you well. If you're starting your career, then you're probably not going to be happy with the salary. FNC is the best promotion, man, if you ask me. The best promotion is FNC. Who do you think pays their fighters the best? KSW? Some Russian promotions are actually paying very well. That's what I've heard from my guys. But I don't know whether that's true or not. But KSW is paying very, very well. UFC, of course, is paying well. I don't know. Many people praising KSW for great paychecks. Is speaking English enough there? Yes. Do I have to learn a different language to get popular? English is fine. People understand English here. No worries about that. I mean, you should learn a bit of Serbian or Croatian, but it's fine. It's fine if you know. It's fine if you know. If you know English. English is fine. Many people, like 80% of population understands English, so no worries. I mean, you can buy. In Russia, they fight on a fight-to-fight basis. Their money changes depending on the opponent. Yeah, that's true, but I'm just saying in majority of cases that if you know English, 80% of people understand English here. So I assume you can make a hype with a good knowledge of English. I assume you can build some hype. I mean, I assume. I'm not going to say you will or will not make it. I just assume you will. As much as I know, everybody from my dojo know to speak English. I'm not saying everybody are perfect at it, but they know to speak. His dad raped his sister in front of him many times. He became to be walking out KO, man. Respect with all opponents, big man. Oh, thank you. I might come to Bulgaria then to train and fight in FNC. Could you help? Like, get me to your coach and such. I live in Serbia, but I can get you in touch with my coach. Yes, yes. I mean, I can arrange something with my coach. I can ask him. I can say that you plan to train and you can come train, and he can probably find you some job to work also, so you can pay for your accommodation. I mean, I hope he can, but I can talk to him. Right now, I can't because my coach flew to Lisbon, Portugal. But after the holidays, I can talk to him. That's not a problem. But you need to have it. Do you have some fights in Jordan, in your state, or I mean? But if you want to come, I can help you. That's not a problem. I would gladly agree to help you if you're interested, of course. That won't be a problem to me. Not like Habib English, but everybody is going to understand you if you speak English. They are going to understand you. Where are you from? I'm saying like they will understand you. That's the most important thing. You have a lot of street fights, but I don't think that will help. No, it won't. You must start from the beginning, man. You literally must start from the beginning. No, a lot of street fights are not going to help. Jordan. A lot of street fights aren't going to help. Because this is different. I'm ready to have professional debut now, though. Good luck, man. I mean, if you really want to train, if you really want to come, I can discuss with my coach. And listen, I'm going to tell him that you are not a grappler. So that's why you don't like Guru now, I understand. I'm going to tell my coach that you're not a grappler, that you are predominantly a striker. So my coach is very good with wrestling. Like if you really need something with wrestling, or I'm not gonna say my coach knows to defend BJJ, but he is not a BJJ fighter. He is wrestler, but his wrestling is excellent. Just because of the reason you think of, he disrespects Dagestani fighters a lot and calls them names at all. Ah, yeah, you're right about that. Do you remember when the MMA guru said, Chris Curtis is a dog shit, but he won the fight? Do you remember that? Inbred Cliff Dwellers. Inbred Cliff Dwellers. Do you remember when he said that? When he was betting against Chris Curtis and Chris Curtis, now he wins again and again and again. Stop it. Oh, no. Chris Curtis is a dog shit, but he won the fight. You can tell your coach, I'm not a grappler, Vlad, but I'm not like Cole at grappling. Well, if I say that you're not a grappler, he will be happier to assist, because if you come from grappling background, then my coach is like he doesn't like that too much. He has his own reasons for that, but I assume you're coming from striking background, so it would be awesome. An insult in MMA should be worn as a badge of honor. Yeah, yeah, true. But it was the funniest to me when he called Chris Curtis a dog shit. A lot of Bulgarian Serbians in the USA. Yeah, there is a lot of them. I'm half Bulgarian, half Serbian. 5 more minutes, guys, then I must go. Alright, you don't need to tell him now. I will let you know when I'm ready to actually move out. No probs, man. No probs. I can always talk to him. Why would it be a problem in the first place? I can always talk to him. Hey, Charles, how are you doing? Vladesanya! Oh, let's go, Vladesanya! Go, 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 go. Thank you for that moniker. I love that moniker, man. What promotion has the best MMA gloves? You know, Pride used to have great piece of gloves. Pride, early Pride. Now it's probably Rising, I assume. I like Rising gloves a lot, and I like One gloves a lot. One FC gloves. But that is just my personal preference. I hate UFC gloves though. Or maybe I can be a guest at some breakdowns or a call out. I want to trash talk. That's okay. It wouldn't be a problem, man. I mean, if you want to, it would be okay. I mean, you are expert in trash talking. But you are a natural talent, I assume. You know, some people are natural talents. Bellator got those pillow gloves. Yes, they do. They do. PFL gloves kinda pillowish too. No, I don't like it. I told you, Rising gloves are awesome. One FC gloves awesome. Is it easier to get in FNC or Brave CF? It is easier to get in FNC. In FNC, way easier. Way easier to get in FNC. You have some other local promotions. For example, Armada. Armada, this promotion is good. Also local. Armada. This is also local promotion. It's very good. I drink maybe one energy drink per week. 1, 2 per week, not much. 1, 2 per week. I think Mark Madsen is older. 36, I believe, Mark Madsen, or 37. But he still looks amazing. Okay, then I'm going to try and sign in FNC. Honestly, I don't want to deal with more Arabic people. I'm already sick of everyone here. Awesome. What do you think about Rising gloves compared to UFC stuff? I prefer Rising gloves over UFC stuff, and I think Rising has a better, how to say. The only thing I don't like about Rising is squared ring. Everything else I prefer. Monster Energy. Rising is a nice promotion. It has better rule set. Everything is better, but I don't like one thing. I don't like squared ring. That's what I don't like about Rising. Everything else is better. They don't protect wrestlers and grapplers that much. And that's something I really like. I mean, squared ring is hard. It's hard to train inside of the squared ring. I don't drink energy drinks. I have enough energy. I can control my sleep very well, and energy drink could cause heart issues to athletes. Well, that's true. That's true. I rarely take them, only when I have to work a graveyard shift. Aside of that, no. How do you stay awake from night life when you become champ? I don't know, man. I got no idea. Just drink coffee or tea. Yeah, I drink coffee. I drink coffee, one coffee every morning, and that's it. Only in the morning. Alright, guys. I will have to go now. Been a great stream. Tomorrow I will try to cover pro grappling if I can. If not, I will see. I will see. But need to go now. We'll record predictions for for these upcoming fights tomorrow morning. I'm really tired now. Need to hit the hay. Have a great day, everyone. Night.